Well, there are a number of factors that make Ireland attractive and why Ireland wins so much foreign direct investment, and they tend to be three-tiered. So at a top-line level, you're looking at the talent pool we have, the track record we have over many, many years attracting multinationals, the tax rate, particularly the corporation tax, and the technology capability. They're very, very strong. But then at the next level, English speaking, EU membership, ease of doing business, they're all very, very important. But of course, nowadays you have to differentiate yourself, and then you have to take the sector or the business model you're going after. And in an area where Ireland has had a lot of success is in the pharmaceutical area, the biopharmaceutical. And there you're looking at what's the educational infrastructure, the research and development. As an example, if you're setting up a large biopharma plant, you need 10 megawatts of power, 1 million gallons of water. We have these sort of strategic sites. We've invested in a research institute. We've invested in an institute for training. So it's all the important things that will feed into a scoreboard at the end of the day, or a scorecard, when we're compared with other countries around the globe. Sure, well, the talent pool is exceptionally important. In fact, it's the number one criteria. Without the talent pool, you're not going to win the business. The important thing about the talent pool is, of course, you have it on the island of Ireland, but you have unrestricted movement of labour, the 500 million people within the European Union. And if you need specialised skills, then you can get work visas that turn around within 3 weeks. So to give you an example, somebody like Google has 2,400 people servicing 60 languages. People like PayPal have 1,400 people here in about 25 languages. That's why the education and the combined with the talent pool access is a great differentiating factor. And you can see that by the track record of who's set up here. Well, I think that's one of the biggest challenges, of course, is that countries pour enormous amounts of money into research and development. And in Ireland, we're very, very conscious. It's really only about 10 years that Ireland is seriously in the game in research and development. And very recently, we underwent a research prioritisation exercise where 14 key areas of research were identified, and practically 90% of the funding is going to go into these 14 areas to drive that much more commercial focus, because there has been funding which has been research for the sake of building overall research capability, but now the focus is very much research and how can you turn it into commercialization. So if you look back historically, Ireland concentrated on the large companies, the big names, the Apples, the IBMs. A couple of years ago, we started to get more business from second tier companies, 100 million to 750 million. And over the last 2 years, looking at companies that had a maximum revenues, if any at all, of 30 million, would have been through 1 or 2 rounds of funding. But there are special incentive programs, financial ones, where the state will actually take equity, or the state in partnership with other VCs will. And there's an active marketing program in the US to attract these startup entrepreneurs into Ireland. Sure, well, we have a strong market share in the United States and reasonable out of Europe, and we want to make sure we continue to focus on that and grow that business. However, we've been extending our network in recent years to places like Mumbai, Bangalore, Shanghai, Shenzhen, to Singapore, Moscow, Sao Paulo. So we're concentrating also on winning business from new areas, particularly India and China. India more in the short term, China more medium to long term, and we've put teams into the marketplace there to generate business out of there. Well, there are 2 things really. Foreign direct investment alone in its own right is not going to solve the problems of the Irish economy. However, it is definitely a bridge from 2008, 9 and 10, when the economy was really, really in a very, very shaky position. The foreign direct investment 2011 was the best in over 10 years. That's providing a platform. It's also for each job that's created by a multinational, you get another one in the local economy and services. That's why we have to drive that aspect of it. We have to drive the aspect of the business where Irish companies are exporting more. But one of the challenges we have is, of course, by winning a lot of this new investment, it is beginning to improve confidence levels. And if people are confident, they begin to spend. Because in the height of the boom in the Irish economy, people saved 3% of their income. Today, they're saving 11%. They won't spend the money because they don't have the confidence. And that's why a lot of this export-led activity is vital in priming that confidence level to ensure that even if people spent another 3% out of the 11%, it will get things moving again. The diaspora can play a key role in helping Ireland attract more business, because if you look at it at a simple level, in many of the world's multinational companies, the leading companies, you look at their management charts, there are Irish people in there, Irish names that you can recognise. They might not be responsible for an investment decision, but they will probably be able to point you in the right direction in a particular company. So there are many ways the diaspora can help. The more people that are able to tell the Irish story, the more business Ireland will win.